There are 7 corporal and 7 spiritual works of mercy. The 7 corporal works are to feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless, visit the sick, visit the imprisoned, and to bury the dead. Note how specific each of these works are. You give someone a French fry, you're doing number 1. You visit Uncle Bob in the local rehabilitation center, you're doing number 6. It's all pretty basic and specific, so you know where you stand. The 7 spiritual works of mercy are to counsel the doubtful, to instruct the ignorant, admonish the sinner, comfort the sorrowful, forgive all injuries, bear wrongs patiently, and to pray for the living and the dead. Note again how specific these works are. You tell an atheist about our Savior, you're instructing the ignorant. You forgive your brother for beating you up, you're forgiving all injuries. Conversely, if you run away any time your friends do something the least bit annoying, you're not bearing wrongs patiently. This is how you make rules. It's the same with the 10 Commandments. They're written in a way that makes them more like rules and less like free-form poetry. But guess what? Pope Francis came on the scene and decided to add another work of spiritual and corporal works of mercy, like he's Walt Whitman. His addition was care for creation. That could be anything from planting a garden to not throwing your coffee cup on the ground. From not stabbing someone to not crashing your car into a tree. From recycling your plastics to composting. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting we destroy the environment, but I think it is important to have specific rules, and the traditional church has already established such things as rules. It used to be that, back in the day, when you would throw your trash on the ground, you were committing the deadly sin of sloth, because you were too lazy to throw it in the trash bin. Nowadays, you're somehow not being merciful. I'm not sure how those two things are related. Typically, when one thinks of mercy, a person is merciful if that person has nothing to lose or gain in the merciful act, such as when a king is about to execute someone and decides not to. He will still be king, and there will still be a large number of people who will continue to be his loyal subjects, but he is merciful from the bottom of his heart. Then there are merciful acts where you are benefiting from your own mercy. I don't think of those as merciful acts, because they're selfish in nature, and selfishness keeps a person from doing something morally right. Sure, they could do the right thing for selfish reasons, we shouldn't fully discount that, but when you do something good for selfish and immature reasons, it should not be regarded as selfless and mature, because that is simply not the case. Now, I try to recycle all that I can, and my family used to have a compost that we would contribute to every day. But at the end of the day, I don't think that one should be judged on that alone. You should be judged on how you interact with the people around you. Do you feed them, give them drink, and visit them in their time of need? Do you counsel them through their troubles and forgive them when they hurt you? You know, the whole differentiation in our culture between tradition and progression boggles my mind. On the one hand, we have the old-fashioned Indian caricature who is in tune with nature and Mother Earth. Then we have the evil progressive modernists who came and stole their land. Sometimes the cultural narrative is that those guys are evil, and sometimes the narrative is that tradition is evil. But since tradition is now emphasizing treating other humans better, and progressives are emphasizing treating Mother Nature better, it seems as though tradition is now more progressive than one might have previously thought.